So alright, we back with DJ DN3. Real quick though, I want to ask you about your influences. What made you start making beats?
Wow. Oh man, I would have to credit that to plenty of influences. I mean, even from back in the day, where I'm a little brother of an old school DJ. You know, that was there since the beginning. Sugar Hill Gang, Treacherous 3, all that. So, I mean, I would just be beatboxing, just mimicking beats, because hip hop back in the day was this hardcore drum. It was, based on, hard drums and stuff. And my mom used to tell me, stop making that noise with your mouth or whatever like that. And I was just beatboxing before I knew what beatboxing really was. So I always had an affinity of, just, making beats and, with my mouth or with my hands at the school lunchroom tables and stuff, doing little ciphers back in the day, grade school, high school, whatever. And, oh man, influences. I would say one of the greatest influences that was put upon me was De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising. Because, I mean, when I listened to the production on that, I mean, especially from back in the day, that just went totally left field of where hip-hop was doing. And I said to myself, I was like, wow, you can really get creative with this. Of course, you hear a lot of soul influence in my music. I do like a lot of soulful, type of like beats, and also, that you'll hear a lot of Pete Rock, Jay Dilla in it, a hint of grime in it too. So even Dr. Dre, I mean, so that's where I'm at with it.
Alright. Well, I gotta ask you this question, since I get asked this question a lot. In 2007, I gave you a call or email and said that I wanted to do a Mega Man hip hop album. What were your thoughts, and what were your thoughts on where the project would go, and has it exceeded your expectations?
I was like, come on, son, get the out of here with that. Nah, that's a joke though, really. I mean, I would have to say, initially I was very excited. I was like, even though it was Random's idea, and I was saying, so I was like, damn, I'm into this video game stuff, and why didn't I think of that? You know what I'm saying? So, but I gotta give Random a lot of credit for coming up with that. But the project was very fun to work with. It did exceed my greatest expectations, with the whole Capcom thing, and I think I thought it did come out dope, because I knew that I was working with the artist that could put it down lyrically, and with these beats we could get really creative with it, and a lot of people can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So I did have a lot of confidence in that, and I'm very pleased, with the results of that. I'm just, I'm very grateful to be actually down with that. So
Cool. So I'm glad to hear that. All right. Well, we gotta move into the present state. All right. Right now you're out in Phoenix now.
Right.
So long way from Philly. So I just want to see if you can draw any comparisons or anything that's night and day different about Philly and Phoenix, or what are you noticing about, I guess, musically anyway, at least?
Musically, wow. I can tell you that Phoenix is, as far as the music or the hip hop scene is, it's a lot younger than it is in Philly. I mean, Philly, don't get me wrong, I'm always gonna love my home, like, especially when it comes to hip hop, because Philly is about some pioneers, especially when it comes to DJ, the DJ aspect of the game and all. But I just believe that Philly just got to a state where it just became a little oversaturated, and it's a lot of dope dudes out there still, But Phoenix, it hasn't gotten to that point as of yet. There's a lot of cats out here scratching to blow up, and there's a lot of dope cats out here too. I take my hats off to them and all, but it's a lot more room to work around with in Phoenix.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, last couple questions are going to dig into your past a little bit. Every producer makes like beats that are like throwaway beats, or they have beats where they just like, yo, I'm not even feeling this. This just gonna sit here. Has anybody ever like surprised you and like rhymed on one of your throwaway beats and like created something really really dope that you never thought could have happened with it?
Plenty of times, plenty of times. I mean, you want me to give examples?
Well, sure. Give me one example.
I would say the opening movement. You know, I mean, I'm in the studio recording with this dude named Random, and you know, we got a lot of joints down and stuff and all like that, and I'm just going through beats, and you know, this dude's just like, oh, what's that right there? We want that one right there. So I'm like, okay, and you know, turned out to be one of my favorite, you know, joints on the call, you know, which it was a good kickoff joint and all, but you know, I would have never picked it myself if I was a rapper, but that's the beauty of, you know, working with different, you know, rappers and stuff, because they break out different, you know, aspects and, you know, your beats and all. So I was like, that's one, you know. It's a cat out here by the name of Rocky Tyree, you know, jumped on one of my Milkbone beats that I didn't even intend to have it, you know, rhymed on, but I think you're gonna be really, you know, pleased to hear, you know, when it does come out, you know what I mean, one of the Milkbone joints that I got on, and I don't know, I mean, it's you know, countless others, you know, and
okay.
Especially that Wings joint too, you know. Yeah, that Wings joint. That was hot.
Nice. Alright, last question is, what is your favorite track that you ever been a part of, that where you just, you know, you look at it like, this is one of my crowning achievement pieces? Like, what do you think is one of your defining moments?
Man, I mean, I guess career-wise, I don't know. I mean, I've worked with, I mean, it's different levels in the game for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, there was level one from back in the day where I was just getting started and, you know, had, you know, I was blessed with, you know, plenty of opportunities to work with, like, you know, cats like Music Soul Child. And technically, I wouldn't say that track, or, you know, the tracks that I was working with on him was, you know, my best, you know, as far as being a polished producer, but, you know, organically speaking, you know, I was like, wow, you know what I mean? That was pretty dope, you know what I mean? You know, hopefully that comes out, you know, that'll come out soon, you know, I'll probably leak that out really soon, you know, with some old stuff, so look towards that. You know, there's a track called I Pray off the Patches and Glue album that was pretty dope, you know what I mean? I think we pretty much went in with that, you know, soulfully, and you know, worked with a dope guitarist, Richard Zire, but you know, and you know, it was dope, you know. I mean, from a producer standpoint, you know, that was, I mean, a lot of my recordings I've been really proud of, but it's nothing like working in a band too, you know, back when I was drumming, and then just to have that spontaneous energy just right then and there, you know, I wish I would have had recordings of that, but I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's like a high, you know. So, I mean, we can go a lot of places with that.
Alright, well, that's it. So any quick shout outs? You got about 20 seconds.
Oh man, let me shout out to all my peoples in Philly, man. Shout out to all my peoples on the message board, you know what I mean, RecMegaRand.com, azbeats.com. Give a shout out to my man Yesko, you know, countless others, everybody that participated on the house project, you know, Tina, everybody, you know, family, what up, you know.
Alright, that's it. We signing off from the studio.